Let me hit play in this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. So like, just start talking, cause I'm gonna edit it to where it's like we just talking already.
But you were saying something though.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying like how important it is like with other business owners and stuff.
Yeah.
Cause it's like when you think about it, like the best marketing is gonna come from people that are always around other people. Cause they have to be, right? It's like you business to, like, call it B2C, business to consumer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like in this case, we had this pop up, like giving out free stuff. The best thing, if you go give it out, like, yeah, you want to give it out to, like, you don't want to have respect to persons, but if you are gonna give out your product for free, give it out to barbers,
people that matter,
hairstylists, people that are going to be coming in contact with like a lot of different people. That's the most important thing, because it's like now, like you said, if I have a barber rocking my shirt while he cutting people's hair, now they like, hey, we get that shirt from him. Oh yeah, I know Mark, he got his own business, follow him on Instagram, hit him up. Like, that's how it goes. So, same thing for you with your oil, right? Like, you got it, let's say you got a vendor, she might, if she sells clothes, she got it on, smelling, and she's smelling good. Somebody she with, but I like that. Where do you get that scent? Oh yeah, I got it from him. Jaylon's oil. You can order it online. Or like you say, let's say if she's nails, she does her nails, right? She do pedicures and stuff. She doing it and she got some oils. But girl, you want some fragrance or something like that?
Nice.
And they be, I got this. This is a black-owned business. Jaylon, this is oil right here. Y'all can hit them up. Like, that's the kind of marketing, like the word of mouth type marketing that you want.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one that's gonna go further than you, like you said, just trying to post stuff online, post different ads, because they're going to work, but you have to, like you said, you got to get that foundation.
Put that footwork in there first.
Exactly.
Grime before, and then, like you said, foundation. Then you can worry about...
I don't know if the air...
Is it too hot?
No, because you know how, like, sometimes you can hear, like, the background air or something on the video? Like, how, like, when you watch a video, you hear air in the background? Like, I'm just hoping that ain't the case.
I'm going to turn it down.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, like I'm saying, it's like, that's what makes a huge difference and stuff. It's like the more people you get just having your, see, like, dude looking, like, the more, so that could have been a sale possibly, but it's like, the more people you have, like, rocking your stuff, the more bodies, period, the better. And if you can get it to like points of different business owners and artists and rappers and anybody that's gonna have like a little support group, like, that
and
listens
bro,
to
talk
them.
about taking a loss so you can take a gain later on.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
Talk about
So
that.
yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like, so the way you gotta look at it, like, whatever product you selling, right? And usually it's for physical, but even for, like, let's say you got a digital product, right? If you got different versions of it, and obviously you might have one version that's outselling like all the others, right? And it's doing a lot better. What a lot of people, what we mess up is we like have pride and we like, oh no, I'm gonna stick to the plan and I'm gonna sell it for this price because I gotta make my money back. And if it's not selling, it's not selling. So instead of obviously you got two choices, right? Or you think you got two choices. Either you just throw it away, get rid of it, or you sell it slowly, but you sell it at whatever price you want to sell it. But me, I like to play in the middle, which is better for both sides, right? Instead of like, if it takes you a year to sell, let's say for me, right, shirts. If it takes me a year to sell all of these shirts at $10, but if I bring the price down, I can sell them a lot quicker and get rid of them because obviously, they not hot like that. It's better for me to bring the price down and get them out and get rid of them so that way I can have at least a little money back. Right. So that way I'll have money freed up and inventory space freed up to get what I really want that I see that's working.
Right. So it's a loss initially, so it might not feel too great in the moment, but you have to look at the bigger picture pretty much is what he's saying.
Like, think of it like clearance, right? Like a store, at the end of the year, they do a clearance sale. The reason why they do that is because they're trying to free up that space and inventory for the new stuff they want to bring in. And they say, okay, well, this didn't sell like we thought it would, but at least we can get a little money back for it by putting it on sale, selling it at a clearance price. Just clear it out so that way we got a little free cash to reinvest in the real inventory for this year, Same thing. So it's like, let's get real specific, like numbers, right? Let's say for me with the shirts, if it costs me $5 to make the shirt, or even let's say if it costs me $6 to make a shirt, and I'm trying to sell them for $10, $15, but nobody biting, or I might get a sale here and there, but maybe my other products is doing good, so I keep getting more of those, but these right here, they just sitting, they collecting dust. Instead of me just throwing them away and obviously giving them out, that's better than throwing them away. But what's better than me giving them out is just, you know what, forget it. Sell them at $5 each. Now you're gonna be like, but you taking a loss. Well, you taking a loss either way, because if it takes you a year to, if you got something that you supposed to be selling in a month, and it take you 8 months to sell it because you want to sell it at 10, like time is money as well.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like,
and then you have to think about it. It's a win because you're getting your name out there again. Still branding, still marketing, and that's more important than, you know, money, you know, per se, because once you gain those loyal customers, money's gonna come. Period.
Exactly.
Like,
so like, it's a numbers game. Like, even though I'm taking a $1 loss on each shirt, it's like I couldn't get them off anyways. Nobody wanted them, so at least I'm making some of my money back. And then at the very least, now I got more people that got the brand. Because if I sell 100 of them, even though I took a little dollar loss on each sale, that you got to think about the long term, the long game. I'm doing better because instead of me throwing those 100 shirts away now, or vice versa, instead of me taking 6 months to get those 100 shirts out and making a little profit. Because think about it, right? If I make the shirt for $6 and I sell it for 10, that's only $4 profit. So you telling me you gonna wait 6 months to make $400, like profit wise? Because think about it, you sell all of them, right? That's only $400. So while you so busy trying to stick to your guns and I need to make a profit on every sale, it took you 6 months because you was worried about a $400 profit. When instead you could have just sold it, took the $100 loss, right, for 100 shirts, took that little $100 loss, reinvested that $500 into something that was gonna kill it, and been way ahead, like in the game. But because you wanted to stick to your guns and keep your price, because like, you know, I know my worth. Like, you ain't worth nothing.
Unless you prove
unless you prove it, or whatever the market tell you. So if nobody want to buy it for 10, it ain't worth 10, no matter how much you think it should be.
That's fine.
So it's like, people got to think of it like stocks, like investing, right? If you invest in a bad stock, don't hold that stock forever because you mad. Like, no, I got to sell it when it's more than I paid for it. Like, no, get out. Even if I paid $1,000, get out while it's at $850, because now I got $850 that I can put into Microsoft or Netflix that hit it big, and now I'm way ahead of you because you wanted to hold on to it until it went back into profit because you wanted to stick to your whatever little guns you got. You know what I'm saying?
And I forgot what other things we were talking about earlier, because I feel like we murdered that topic right there. I feel like we established that one pretty good. So we were talking about something else too.
We talked about online marketing. We talked about...
Okay, talk about like the online marketing and its processes.
There to go to Desires Energy Girl. Oh, hold on. I think she might be looking for me real quick.
For sure. Let's just end it.
No, she looking for her. She looking for her. I think they good. Are they looking for me? I can't tell.
I don't know, dog. I don't know.
Yeah,
he might have been looking for me because he told me he gonna... Oh, well. Fuck it.
But nah, like... But like I said, we talked about marketing, like online. And like you said, this is a big thing, right? So... And obviously, I'm still learning myself, y'all. So obviously, as I learn more and more these next few weeks and months and years, obviously some of the stuff...
Every day is really a growing process.
Exactly. So some of this stuff may obviously gonna change. So don't be looking at like, oh, no, he said this. Well, nigga, I was a year younger then. So,
oh, God.
Like, obviously I'm gonna learn something new, and I'm gonna be able to add and expound to different things. But right now, what I'm learning, like, just like he talked about, like how when you selling in person, you gotta know your audience, know your, like everybody say, you know your target audience, but what they don't talk about is the detail on how to understand it, right? So,
target audience. That's one thing we're talking about. My fault. Go ahead.
Exactly. Like the target audience, the way you got to look at it is that however the person, whatever ad you run, right? If it has a person in it, however that person looks, more times than not, that's more important than the product itself.
Tell them why.
Because, like, I'm going to just give them an example. Like, I ran an ad, and I never noticed until I really, like, ran this ad, right? I ran an ad, and it was a gentleman, right? He was like a middle-aged man, kind of a bigger guy. He's like a 3X, right? I ran an ad of him wearing my shirt, and then I noticed all of a sudden I got a whole bunch of orders of 3Xs and 4Xs and stuff, shirts and hoodies. And that right there, that's when I finally realized, like, okay, so people can like your product or not, but if they identify with whoever is in the ad, whoever's rocking it or wearing it or smelling it, if they identify with what that person looks like, where they come from, wherever, that's when you're gonna get the sale.
Yeah,
So
that ad is gonna be more effective towards the audience you're trying to gear it towards, depending on who's in the picture. So if it's a dude that looks like me or whatever, other people that might look like me might try and buy it because that's they relate to who I am or the person in that post.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If they are a Middle Eastern person, not no disrespect, but if they're a Middle Eastern person, a lot more Middle Eastern people are going to relate to that person that's in the post that's Middle Eastern. So you really have to think about everything, like who is your type, who is your crowd, and like
who are you speaking to? Exactly. So like I said, if you got a 20-year-old white girl, don't be trying to run an ad of a 20-year-old white girl to a 50-year-old black man. Like, be specific.
It sound like you might be laughing and shit, but when you're a business person or a business owner, it's hard to keep up with every detail on how to do certain things. So you might just be running ads like that just out of I'm not gonna say ignorance, but because you didn't know how the algorithm. It's an algorithm pretty much.
Exactly. However the person looks in your ad. So like I said, if you use a 7-foot black dude in your ad, then don't try to target a petite white girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm using extreme opposites, but it's like whoever you run in your, like I said, the shirt is the shirt, the item is the item. Like whatever you selling, the purse is the purse. But who's wearing it is what's really important when you're trying to target. So if you know that you want to target women and you want to target teens and people in their 20s, then don't have a middle-aged looking person in your ad. Like have someone that have people that fit the description of the audience you're trying to target. Mm-hmm. And that goes for looks. Looks is very, like, people think it's only just like interest. No, looks as well. So like you said, you might have 4 different ads of the same product. Like I might have a white woman wearing my hoodie, a white 45-year-old woman wearing my hoodie, and I'm gonna target ages 40 to 50 women. And then maybe however you want, if you could do race, ethnicity, break it down to that.
Tell them how you do your reviews, like not your reviews, how you do your like customer. I forgot what it's called. Your customer videos or whatever.
Oh yeah. So,
because it's a smart way.
Yeah. So like y'all be seeing on my Instagram and stuff, right? So usually what I do with the videos, like whenever I get a customer at a pop up or even now like just in person, period, right? I like to do like a quick video and record them because I like to use that as content for my page. Because a video recording is better than a written review. Because obviously people can fake that, right? So the biggest way to get credibility is like a testimony and a physical evidence where people can watch the video. That's like a testimony.
Tell them why a video over a picture.
Okay, so a video over a picture, this is what I just noticed with most people, is that most people feel kind of awkward when you tell them you're taking a video. So usually, like, because they'll be trying to figure out what they want to look like, how they want to move, and it's like they start thinking too much. So what I do, and it's just a little fun tactic usually, is like I'll kind of do a countdown, and I'll count down as if I'm about to take a picture. Because usually when you do a countdown, people are more relaxed because now they just kind of like getting, ready to take the picture and like strike a pose. So it's like when you do a countdown, instead of me waiting to take a picture, I'm actually recording them the whole time. So I might put the video on and I'll be like, all right, 3, 2, 1. And the whole time it's recording for 3 seconds the video. They don't know that. They think I'm just taking a picture at the 0. But instead I'm recording them because when I do that, it's like you're getting the most genuine movements and actions in that moment because they don't know they're being recorded. Because they feel like, okay, I got this amount of time. So it looks more natural because you don't want the video where people look like they're forcing it and stuff. So you want it to look organic.
So why a video over a picture though? Like, why do you prefer a video over a picture?
To me, videos speak a lot better to context than pictures. Because obviously, you can paint one picture and you can like manipulate that in several different ways and ways of thought to what that picture represents.
Right, perspective.
Yeah, perspective.
Okay.
A video you can do the same but to a slightly lesser degree.
Right.
So it's like, what I'm saying, like a picture, like I said, both of them work, but most people videos speak better to a testimonial
different.
because for most people, when they see a video in real time, the way like it looks, the way it moves and on people's bodies and stuff like that, or anything, right? The way people are really looking, because you know, obviously you can fake a smile for a quick second for a picture, but with the video that's like several seconds long, you see a slightly, because you can still fake it, right? But you see a slightly more genuine,
right,
like of how people are responding.
There's more to read into, right?
Exactly. It's more depth and context with a video. Because like, you know what I'm saying, like a picture, you can make a place with no people at all look like popping with a picture. But a video is like, you can still do it if you got the skill, but it's a little harder to make it look like it's as popping as it looks on a picture, because the video is gonna show a little bit more real content,
right?
Especially if you do like a 360
and then background too,
exactly,
like everything.
So that's why it's like, yo, like I said, pictures is cool, but videos catch people's attention more because video get to see more of people's real live movements and emotions, like. Because, like, you know, communication is a lot more than just visual as well. It's also, like, audio. Like, you know, so it's like communication comes in, like, all our different senses. So if people, obviously, they can't smell it, but they can see it and they can hear it.
But you can sell my scent. Oh, I messed it up. But you can smell my scents at Jaylon's Oils and More, yo.
Jaylon's Oils.
Dang, but
yeah,
I ain't even. I had the opportunity to have it perfect, and I just completely.
Oh man,
messed it up. But you can add it in there because it's, you know.
Yeah, it's actually
it's more authentic.
It makes it better when it's like authentic and stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, like I said, bro, it's like, and actually we probably gonna be getting out pretty soon, because what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to get like maybe possibly give away some of our stuff to other vendors, like other business owners, because like I said, the best people, if you gonna give your stuff away, some of the best people to do it is other business owners, because like obviously they have the same thought process as you, and they involved with a lot of different people. So it's like I was telling them earlier, I got to the point where people are starting to recognize me, like that I might have talked to them before, but I don't recognize them like that. You feel me? But they recognize me just because I've either spoke to them before or they've seen my brand somewhere.
And that's crazy, dog. Cause that's not something that's necessarily normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sound, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might shrug that off, but shit, people walk by me every day and don't say shit. So that's something. You feel me? If people take time to be like, hey, ain't you, you know, blah blah blah. You know, but anyway.
Exactly. So like I said, it makes it's kind of like the more you out there focusing, like I said, focus on volume. Stop trying to focus on profit. You're not gonna get rich at any one pop up. You're not gonna get rich off it. There's no pop up. There's no day. Put it like this in general. Even if you got a storefront, there's no day ever where you gonna get physicals, like in-person sales, and become rich. Unless you selling some type of jewelry or something, or cars. If you selling like a retail type product, then you're not gonna ever become rich or wealthy in one off of a day of selling stuff.
Yeah, you can't even really get rich off of, you know, real estate. If you sell a house, like, you'll get like 20,000, but 20,000 isn't rich.
It ain't rich. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, it's not sustainable. So it's like, people gotta keep that in mind. Cause like I said, when you focus so much on profit, cause the biggest thing that, like, cause you know, since we were engineering, and they pretty much any STEM major, they realize that time is an important variable as well to most equations. Time
and efficiency. That's the main thing with engineering.
Time, bro.
But think about, like, when you really think about engineering, how many times we have to really calculate efficiency, whether
based on the
it's
time,
thermodynamics or anything else. Like, it's both of them. Like, it really does matter. It's just like in a less complicated way when you're doing it a business.
And that's time is the one variable that most people don't realize is a big factor in what your real profit is. Because people say, like, in people's mind, they'll say, oh, if I got 1,000 items, if I got 1,000 shirts and I paid $1 for them and I sold them for $2, in most people's minds, they automatically say, oh, I made $1,000, or, you know, I doubled my money. That's true, but what most people don't take into account in real life is the time as well. If it took you a year to do it, while it took someone else 2 weeks to do it, that person really made a bigger profit than you did, a true profit, you want to call it. Because, like, both of y'all made $1,000, but one person, because he did it in such less time, his profit was a better, like, it was like a more efficient and valuable real profit, because you by the time you made your 1,000, it might have been inflation by that point. But besides that, like, you've had to spend so much money in between that,
Just to get there.
yeah, once you realize that real profit, you might have spent several thousand by then. You know
and
what
I'm
saying?
a living witness. Take that from me.
Exactly. So
That's
it's like,
really happened to me, dog.
exactly. So it's like saying, yo, time is a big is a big factor, like an equation. So time is a huge variable. So if it takes you a month to do something that you could have did in a week because of your price, then you got to reevaluate. Even if you made if you made a profit that you cool with, that's fine. But if not, then you got to reevaluate your prices, because it's a big difference between like say I like to use my
Check
shirts.
that ego.
Exactly, I like to use shirts. It's a bit different between me selling 100 shirts for $20 and it take me a month versus me selling 100 shirts for $5 and it take me a day. That's a big difference. Because you might be like, oh, well, I still sold 100. Well, nah, think about it. If I sell 100 in a day, that means I had 30 times to sell 100, because it's a month, right? And you only sold 100 in a month. So guess who's going to make more money in the end? And at the very least, the goal is to do volume, because you want more and more people to have your product. Because if 1 million people, it's better for 1 million people to have your product for $1 each than for you to just have only can get 10 people to buy your product. And even if you still make 1 million, it's like, you got to keep in mind branding, right? The reason why Nike is because of everybody knows who they are. So I don't care if I go to a pop-up, I don't care about making $100 off of 10 sales. I'd rather make $100 off of 50 sales, because eventually everybody's gonna know your brand. And really, when you really get down to it, the only thing you really have as a business is your name, your brand. Because it's a lot of people that sell T-shirts, a lot of people that sell hoodies. We pretty much all get them from the same manufacturer. So we basically all selling the same hoodie.
Shit.
We're all selling you the same hoodie. We're all selling you the same shirts. We're all selling you the same pants. Like, someone said, I think Louis Vuitton or Gucci, one of them, they said these shirts and items are made out of the same stuff as like a regular gilding,
I'm sure, because
it's made out of polyester and cotton, just like every other shirt. But you're gonna pay, like, everybody listen to this. You gonna pay your mama or sister, somebody, they gonna pay $200-$300 or $100 for a Louis Vuitton shirt because it say Louis, but then they gonna think they too good, or think that if you go to a pop-up, they gonna think it's too expensive to pay $20 for your shirt, but they'll pay $100 for Louis Vuitton, even though y'all got the same exact fabric, same quality. The reason why is because Louis Vuitton was smart enough to get branding down right, while you were so focused on profit, you didn't think about branding in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. The reason why they can do that and you can't is because they already did the foundational work, where they put in the work and got their brand out there. You have to make a name for yourself before you can start charging what price you want to charge. Because, like, say, everybody here, like, the people walking around the pop-up we just came from, they'll buy like a Gucci belt, or they'll buy something from Louis Vuitton, or Armani or something. They'll pay $1,000 for that, and it's like, it's a good reason they did it, but they can't justify paying $50 for something here, because everybody, even though it's the same quality, the same material, we don't got that logo. We don't have that name on there yet, or they don't know the name. That's the biggest difference. So, like, your name, your brand basically is more important than your profits, especially in the beginning. Yeah. Like, you got to make some money. Don't just be a non-profit, you know what I'm saying? But you got to make some money. But if you making break even, because, like, let's be real, right? Majority of people, if you starting a business, you don't start a business because you broke. You start a business because you have something you want to say or sell or promote. Because it's like, you need money to make money. So, like, you're not going to start a business if you don't have any money. So
you might, but it's just more of like,
how do you do it? Well, unless you, like,
I mean, there's ways
besides people that flip, because I understand if you flipping stuff, that's different.
Yeah.
But most people, like, because it's like, if you unofficial, you can flip. Like me, if I got $50 only, right, I can spend my last $50 and make some cool, like, just luck up and have some cold shirts and sell these shirts at 10 and make $100 in 2 days. Then do that again, buy $75 of shirts, and I can keep flipping it and end up having some decent money because I'm flipping stuff, buying it for low and selling it a little higher, right? Or like garage sale or finding something like, I think what Gary Vee be talking about, finding stuff on like, at a dollar store and sell it on eBay for like 2 or 3 times more.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can do that, but what we talking about is an official business. And like if you gonna have like your LLC and pay $300 for this, $400 for that, all these documents and stuff like that. Once you trying to be official, that's when it's no longer a broke man's game. Like, yeah, you can start off, cause like every business, like I don't think you should start your business until you've started it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause some people, they'll just have a name and an idea and they'll go buy all these legal stuff. I don't think you should do that because you don't even know if your stuff gonna work.
It's working.
Like you want to wait until you see that your business is really doing something before you worry about getting it copyrighted and trademarked and all of this stuff. Cause if you just came up with a cool name in your head and a couple friends think it's cold. Oh yeah, okay. All right, we're gonna cut this one short.
For sure.
First, well, it's not even a first, but it's like one of the real official podcasts. I already did some videos earlier, but this one's gonna be like from a business to a business owner. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, gonna see this on YouTube. I don't know when I'm gonna upload it, but probably gonna be next week or so. Cause like I say, I'm gonna have this, and from now on out, I'm gonna try to put like maybe 1 or 2 of these out a week, just with different business owners and in general, like just having discussions like this. Cause like I said, just knowledge back and forth is the most important thing.
Right.
And it's like it's been Desires Energy and
Jaylon here. Jaylon's Oils and more, you know what
Jaylon's
I'm saying?
Oils. I'm gonna put the like subtitles up there as well.
For
so,
sure.
Like, yeah,
Sure.
Desires
Edit
Energy,
this,
Jaylon's
give it to
Oils.
me, you feel me?
Yep, like I say, peace out.